welcome to episode 92 of the Tutus podcast. I am Nana.
And I am Rose.
And together we are
Tutus.
Boom, boom, boom.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. We have a guest today, guys. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Jaide Annalise. I'm 24.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a circus artist.
Okay.
I've never met a circus artist before.
Neither have
Yeah,
I. Not
no.
like sitting in the same room and
Yeah.
have a conversation.
Yeah.
I haven't as well. So this is the first. It's all of us. We're all having first today.
Yes,
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have some first. So like, for anyone who doesn't know what a circus person is, circus artist person is, I was going to say actor. I said, I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
Artist is, what would you say to them? Would you explain it to them?
I think it's many things. I specifically specialise in something called wheel and acrobatics. But there's loads of sections to circus and styles. But I would say, yeah, my style is mostly contemporary circus.
How long have you been doing that for?
About 4 years, I think.
Really, 4 years? From your Instagram, it looks like you've been doing it for way longer than 4 years.
I did like a 3-year degree in circus arts, and then
I didn't even know that was a
I've
thing.
been professional for no, neither did I until like shortly before I decided to join the circus.
Yeah.
Very random, but you can literally get a degree in anything.
Okay.
I just wonder, how did this even come about? Because
Do you know, we're even skipping. We're meant to be playing a game
I know,
right now.
but I'm so
We're supposed to be playing a
intrigued.
game,
I'm so intrigued. Like, how do you become like a circus artist? Because I only really see on TV when families go out to like holidays and they see a circus show.
Yeah.
How does that even?
It was actually quite a natural transition. I think I was a gymnast when I was younger, artistic gymnast. And I did that for like 11 years. And then one of my teammates quit a couple of years before me. And then once she got into it, she was like, you have to do this. Like, it's amazing. And I was like, I need to get a real job. It's like, I'm not sure about that. But then I watched her perform and I was like, it's incredible. I have to do it. So, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Do you know what? We need to stop getting ahead of ourselves. Because we have a lot to talk about. We have so many questions to ask. But let's get into our game. So we're going to play this or that.
Yes.
So you don't have to play this or that. So I just ask you
of
this.
course.
Yeah.
I thought that we was explaining it, but you don't need to explain it.
Yes. True.
Okay. So this or that. So let's go. Okay. Being in a circus or being a gymnast?
Circus, hands down.
Really?
I mean, yeah, I do. I loved being a gymnast and I still love the sport, but there are so many flaws with it. And I quit for a reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, circus, I get like the freedom. I get to be who I want to be. I don't have the pressure to have to score the perfect score.
Yeah. Got this. Yeah.
Yeah, and I get to bring myself and my own style to everything. And I get to make money from it. So.
Amazing. Okay. Talk more about, performing. Big crowds or smaller crowds?
I like intimate crowds because you get to connect with them more. But bigger crowds, I actually feel slightly less anxious.
Because you can't see people?
Yeah, like you don't, like you can just look out and like you're just looking in that general direction.
Right.
But yeah, I do like the smaller crowds and actually getting to connect and
Where's the
intimate
biggest
vibe.
place where you've performed?
Technically, the biggest is in Hyde Park.
Oh.
In front of 80,000 people, but that was not when I was a circus artist.
Okay.
That was when I was a gymnast and I did like this campaign with KTB. So I was on stage with her just doing flips while she sang. But other than that, I don't even know. As a circus artist, I'm not actually sure what my biggest is.
KTB's tickets came out today.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It's really random.
Do you know what? When did you see that? Because I haven't seen KTB in a while now.
Shout out to Emera on Emera's Twitter.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause
okay.
I think she's
I
a
did
fan.
like KTB,
Yeah.
She got some good tunes, man.
Yeah. Okay, we need to get into all this tour business you've been doing as well. Okay. All right.
Yes, that's amazing.
Yeah. All right. So, a full English or a Sunday roast?
Sunday roast.
Sunday roast.
Only because like in the morning I feel like I can't eat that much.
Yeah.
So I don't actually get to like fully enjoy it unless I'm like hungover or something.
Yeah.
Then a full English like hits nicely.
Yeah.
But I'd say Sunday roast.
I'm gonna have to say Sunday roast. It's just beautiful. Mind you, I don't really eat the green stuff. The veg.
I don't have the veg.
Come on, it's childish.
And the parsnip, was it parsnips? What was that?
Parsnip bangs? What do you mean? This is
That's
childish.
like one of the best bits.
Really? No, it's just
Do you
the
know
meat and
what?
the potatoes for me.
This weekend, I went round all of O2 looking to have a roast. Someone's just craving a roast. And then I went to a pub. Thinking, okay, a pub has to have a roast, innit? Didn't have no roast. I just had toad in a hole. That's the closest thing that they had.
Sitting on this podcast telling us he had told in a hole.
That's the closest thing they had to a roast, so that's what I had to have.
How can it be? What is it? Sausage in a Yorkshire pudding?
Cumberland
Gravy.
sausage. It was Cumberland sausage.
Yeah, Cumberland's the best sausage. Cumberland is the best sausage. But
Cumberland, and but it did have mash as well in there, and
Okay.
gravy. The carrots weren't really doing it for me. I have to be honest. I saw some brown things when they wasn't doing it, and
so
yeah,
basically bangers and mash.
it was bangers and mash basically. I had to settle. So I haven't had a roast for a very long time.
That's really
So I'm gonna
sad.
say full English because I just haven't had a roast for a really long time. A real roast, but I
A
really
pub
like
roast.
parsnips. Yeah, I don't think it's since Christmas.
Okay, yeah.
I think so.
Me and Martha used to go to a pub in Clapton on Sundays and have a roast.
That's nice for you guys.
Cute. One more, I think. Winter drip or summer drip? Seeing as you're fashion.
Well, I've got another one after this one. This is not the last one.
Oh,
okay,
I'm sorry.
yeah, I've got another one.
I'm sorry. Yes. So winter drip or summer drip?
Winter. I think
Winter?
yeah.
Why?
I don't think I style shorts very well. So yeah,
I can't imagine that. Can you?
I find it a really stressful experience, like finding a good outfit with shorts.
Wow.
I think
Into
it's
the
'cause I have
layers.
short
You need
legs
to
as
believe.
well.
No,
so it's
you need
like
to believe in yourself
a
a bit
whole
more.
situation.
No, I
I
don't
feel
believe
you know,
that.
going from your Instagram, you like a layer. You
Yeah,
like
you
see some
do like a
layers.
layer up.
I
Yeah,
like
layer.
to
You
layer.
know. Yeah.
I can't layer, you know. I'm not good at it. I'm going to come get some tips.
Yeah.
I'm not good
Me
at
too.
it.
I'd need some tips too.
No, your fashion is like.
Yeah, your fashion is good.
I feel like we have similar style in the way that we dress.
Yeah, do you know what? I've stopped going to. I need to stop shopping from high street because it's so boring. Like I've stopped going. When I was in uni, it was a bit. When I was a bit more, you know. But since uni, I've been like shopping in the high street stores, and they don't always have everything, and it's annoying. You
Yeah.
can't. When you have like something in mind, you're not always gonna find it in a
Yeah.
high street store. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to thrifting. And yeah,
That was my next one.
Mm.
Online or in person shopping?
I think there's more variation online, but I like to see how it fits in person. So I think in person, especially as I'm like small, and I always shop in the men's section, so I like have to try it on.
I get that. I get
Some
that.
some men small is actually quite big and some is really small. Depending on the
Yeah.
shop. It depends on the fit. It depends on what you get in.
Yeah, it's just all
It's a
different
lot of
all over
things.
the place.
Yeah. What about you?
Online or in I hate shopping a lot.
Do
I
you?
hate shopping. And I'm gonna say online. I like to try things on and stuff as well. But my bum's too big. They never have my size for my bum in the men's section.
Yeah, I would say in person because I like to shop alone. You don't understand
Yeah.
how
Oh, yeah,
much
yeah.
because I've got a goal and I need to, succeed in that goal.
I don't want chit chat.
No, I've got
distracting me, just like
focus.
walking through all
Yeah.
of the clothes, not actually looking at
Yeah,
them.
I really
Yeah,
have
I feel you
to
on that one.
focus. So yeah, I like to shop alone, and then I like to go in the change room. And I could be there for time because I'm just like, this makes sense. And yeah, I love going to change rooms.
I'm learning from you guys. Love that. Okay, so let's get back into the program.
Oh yeah,
let's get back into the program.
Shall we get into?
Let's start with the uni course. So, what uni was it?
National Centre for Circus Arts,
Oh.
formerly known as Circus Space, because I know some people might be like.
Did the name change recently?
There was a name change. I don't know when they changed it, but yeah, the people who went there when it was like Circus Space are very like, it's Circus Space.
Oh, okay.
But I'm always like NCCA.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And where is that?
Old Street.
Wow.
Okay. Oh,
It's like
cool.
hidden, but once you know it's there, it's like it's massive. It's huge.
Whereabouts in Old Street?
Do you know where the Sainsbury's is on the corner.
The
by
small
Yes.
station.
Sainsbury's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally just like down the slip road, the
Oh,
cobbled street.
you know when we went to MC Younger May? It must be on that road.
I'm thinking where my workplace is.
Oh, then
'Cause I work near that Sainsbury's.
Is it near the station, Old Street Station?
Yeah.
Yeah, then it's that Sainsbury's, I think.
How come we've never seen it? Is it like on the main road, or is it like in
No,
in the
it's-
side?
It's literally like you have Sainsbury's on this corner, and then if you walk just straight down, it's just down the slip road, like on the cobbled road.
And it's big.
It's big. Once you know it's there,
So you know that
there.
That's so
Yeah.
crazy. Like, I would never know about
I didn't
like
know
a
you
circus
could,
school.
you can even
What?
go to uni for circus.
Yeah, neither did I. Honestly, like I was ready to go to uni to study to become a teacher, and then last minute I was like, oh.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
So what was that like? Was that mostly like practical stuff, or did you have some like theory stuff? Because I studied film, and a lot of it was theory based instead of actual filmmaking. So was that like, was you actually getting to do physical
To be fair, it was very practical. And then we did have our theory classes, but as a ratio, it was a lot more practical than theory based, which I'm grateful about. But
Yeah. Did you have to do the dissertation as well?
no,
You did have to do the dissertation.
no.
Wow. And is it a 3-year course?
It's 3 years, yeah.
Guys, if any of you want to do this,
Listen, how can I
there's
do
a
that way?
school out there.
Yes, do
It's just, I
it.
feel like, do you know what? I feel like there's so many things that we don't know about. Like, there's so many things. You might have a talent, but you haven't honed in on it because you don't know
Exactly.
there's an opportunity to actually pursue it.
Exactly. And like I did gymnastics for so long, and if my friend hadn't gone to this uni and actually told me about this, I feel like I just would have wasted my talent and what I had learned over all those years. But like, yeah, I feel grateful to be able to still use my body and still use what I had worked on back then.
Yeah.
You know, even if it didn't work out the way I wanted it to, it's still yeah.
Was gymnastics like a childhood thing? And then was it like early, maybe secondary school? And then you just-
I started when I was like 8 or 7, and then I left when I was like 17, going on 18. So yeah, through sort of childhood and teenage years. But yeah, towards the end it was a bit of rocky roads.
Is it quite political in gymnastics? Can you get there?
Yeah, it's a lot, just like mentally, and I think there's a certain way you're meant to look and act and do things. And then I think nowadays it is getting better. But like when you go off of that, it's. Yeah,
Do you mean like sort of like the way you look,
Like the way you present?
Yeah. So I like when I was 16, I started to like come out in the way I express myself and like find out who I am as a person, how I identify. I shaved my hair off when I was like 16.
Got completely off.
Like this. It
Yeah,
was
from
similar
sides
to
and the
this.
back, yeah.
The first time around, but my coach just like wasn't having
It's not your
any-
coach's
Really?
business.
He was not having
But you know,
any
when
of
you
it.
see gymnastics like on TV and stuff,
They always
everyone
have their
has
hair
like the
back.
hair slicked
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, and
everyone's
his first thing
really-
was like, your hair's not going to go into a donut. So
Why does it have to be in a donut?
exactly like?
I think it sounds like it's something that's more cultural
But
within
it is.
gymnastics.
It's like, how are people going to view you now?
But-
What are people going to think of you now? Like
Would that be judges or would that just people in general in gymnastics?
everyone, judges, the
Did-
coaches around.
Did everyone have to have like long hair so they can slick it in a bun?
Yeah, pretty much.
So what if someone doesn't have hair? Like naturally, they just don't have hair.
Um,
I've actually never seen.
I've never seen.
Dude, I've actually never seen a
yeah,
gymnast.
I don't know if I've seen a bold or like when I was a gymnast. I don't think I ever saw a bold gymnast.
I think that's not fair.
It's kinda
That's
not fair.
discrimination, isn't it?
Apart from the hair, what else is there that they say you have to be this way, like physically, the way you look as well?
I think a lot of it. I can't speak for it now because I'm not in the sport.
Yeah.
But back when I was training, it was like, size and the way what you eat and the shape you present and like, the slimmer you are and the more toned you are, it's like more elegant. But I was never like an elegant gymnast. I was more of like tumble and do like more of the powerful kind of tricks. So yeah, I wasn't the one who did all like the pretty splits and the flexible stuff,
but they still wanted you to have that kind of silhouette, kind of.
But like even with like wearing the leotards, I actually enjoyed that when I was younger. I loved leotards. I loved picking like the coolest ones and wearing the like nice Adidas leotards. But yeah, then you get to a certain age, and I think everyone starts getting self-conscious because you are like, you're going through puberty. It's not even like about like my identity or like anything like that. It was just like I felt very exposed at one point, and like
it kind of comes to terms with your body just changing through yourself anyway.
And it's
everyone else is watching
show,
it now.
Yeah, so it was a lot.
I think especially if you're not a person who likes to show so much, you know, then I can see that being a bit of an issue because I don't really feel comfortable with showing like cleavage or like my boobs like being exposed or what. So I would, it'd be probably
So when you cut your hair, did you actually get to perform? Were you able to still?
Yeah, I went to a few competitions with my hair shaved. But yeah, it was like
everyone looking at
people.
Yeah, or I don't even know. Like I don't know if it was then in my head that I was like feeling like, oh my word, like people are looking at me. But yeah, I then like grew it back for 6 months or like just over 6 months, and it was I just felt very uncomfortable in my own skin, and I just I wasn't with it. So then I was just like,
that's crazy. Can you imagine the amount of people who are like masculine presenting that enjoy doing the sport
and can't do
but
it,
they just can't do it because they don't fit their aesthetic, and you know they just can't really be themselves in that sport? Because I've never really thought that. I haven't seen it.
But you wouldn't think about it. Do you think this industry needs to change then? Because there are potentially a lot of people who are really talented but don't fit in the mold of a gymnast.
Yeah,
do you
I think now, like especially with like, you know, your Simone Biles, and like American gymnastics, they are bringing more of like themselves into it. So I do think it is changing and it is evolving, and people are understanding that like you can't control everything, and you do see people with different hairstyles and different shapes and figures within gymnastics, and like each of them bossing it in their own way. So I do think it is changing. But yeah, I don't know how because back then I didn't identify, I don't think, as like a mask presenting. Like I didn't
just
know.
I was just me.
Like I was just trying to do my sport. So yeah, I don't know how.
Do you think you would have stayed if it was different?
Yeah, if I didn't feel so, I love the sport, like I still do, but yeah, I found that like I started to disrespect my coach. I wouldn't turn up to sessions, and like now that I look back on it, it was because like I didn't like the way he made me feel in certain situations. But I'm still grateful for like he was still an amazing coach, and but I just think there were certain aspects that weren't okay, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I had an amazing 10 years as a gymnast. I got taught some amazing things, and I wouldn't be the circus artist I am today if I didn't have that opportunity back then. So yeah, there are good and bad things, but I don't think I would change anything.
Yeah, I mean, in the circus, I mean, I guess you could present whatever you like, you know?
Yeah.
Is it so definitely less restrictive there?
Yeah, it's more open, it's more diverse, and just freeing.
I think that if you're gonna be go somewhere and just want to be yourself and present, it's gonna be the circus, isn't it?
Because I think there's no limit to how you how you could present. Like you can actually be anything that you want to be, and I think in a circus, and I think that's like allowed, which seems nice. I feel like we need to go to the circus.
Yeah, we do. My daughter's been asking me for quite some time. We actually do. But are there many like black performers as well? Because last week with Cocoa Bar Club, we were talking about that with them a little bit. But you know that's in their space. So I was wondering where it is outside of that.
In comparison to how many like white performers there are, no. But there are like black performers and performers of colour within circus, definitely. But yeah, I think there's less representation within it for sure. but this is something like I didn't think about when I got into circus. It's only something that I've realised since doing it, and also like being a mask presenting female within circus wasn't something I thought about before starting, but actually I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I haven't seen anyone who I identify with who I'm like, okay, we're similar.
Yeah.
I actually connect with you on that level. I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah. How about masculine presenting in general? Because I would have thought there would be loads, no?
I haven't like you have your like drag kings and but like nothing on the level of just me being me. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is just me, my everyday. I don't have to do this whole...
You're not like doing it up as an act or
Yeah,
anything like
it's
that.
just I'm bringing myself to the stage the same way, and that, like, you see it within the male circus artists, you know, they can just bring their own little swag, their own little energy to the stage. So it does exist, but it just doesn't exist within the female side of things. Not that I've seen.
Right. I'm quite surprised, you know. I thought you were going to come in and say, yeah, that's masculine presenting people. Like,
I just feel like maybe people still, I guess, like, just don't think that they fit in. I think we've always said this when it comes to representation. If you don't see yourself like somewhere, it's hard for you to think, oh my God, this is a space for me.
Yeah.
So I feel like that might be it. But like once people see that you are doing it, they can see that, yeah, maybe this is a possibility for me.
Yeah.
Do you think that like your talent sort of speaks for itself? Like, because obviously like there's not a lot of masculine presenting, there's not a lot of like people in comparison to white people of color. And do you think like your talent speaks for itself, or do you feel like there's been certain opportunities that you haven't been able to get because they might have preferred maybe like a white person? Or
I like to think my talent speaks for itself, but the only place I would say that I've found difficulties or feel like I might miss out on opportunities, I would say, is within the cabaret scene. But within other sectors in circus, I do find that it's been a shock to me actually that people want me because of who I am and how I identify, and they want that side of things because there are many serial artists out there, but they wanted to have my vibe and my essence and whatever it was that they were wanting. So but I definitely say within the cabaret scene I feel limited, and which is why I love the Cocoa Butter Club, because before I performed with them, like, I didn't actually think cabaret was an option for me, really. Like, but I was okay with that because there are other ways to do circus. Like, that's not the only thing, you know, that circus is. So I was just like, okay, that's not going to work for me because I can't be what they expect me to be.
Was that because of the way you present?
Yeah, I mean, like... Yeah, I think there's certain expectations that come with being a female, especially within the cabaret scene, and I'm not going to feel comfortable wearing near to no clothing or like tight clothes. And I think that is a big part of what cabaret is to certain people. But the spectacle doesn't need to be what I wear, I think, and... I'm just grateful that Cocoa Butter Club gave me the opportunity to show that and to prove to myself that actually I can entertain and I can be seen as sexy without having to be half naked.
Because you sexy child.
Shout out to the Cocoa
Do you know
Butter.
what? Let's talk about the circus here, like the actual culture in itself. So in my mind, this might be really stupid, by the way.
I'm scared.
I'm intrigued.
I'm scared. You're intrigued. I'm scared.
In my mind, you have like a circus family. Like, you have the people that you train with all the time, you put on shows together and you go around to different places, and that is your circus basically. So is it just that, or do you move to other places? Like, how does it work?
I think you're thinking of like the more traditional side of circus, like the circus tent.
Comes to
a
park.
That's not a park. What comes to Finsbury Park? That's what I'm thinking of.
And that still like exists, but I'm actually very like solo. I train on my own. I'm currently on an acrobatic tour, and so I do a lot of training with my company, and we go around to different places and perform. So in a sense, I have that little family and that little bubble at the moment whilst we're touring. But when it comes to my serial, that is very solo based, and I get jobs here, there and everywhere doing whatever it is.
So what kind of jobs do you get like outside of the circus? Like you said that you were on stage that time, so can you do like music videos and like different stuff like that?
I haven't done a music video yet, but I would love to.
If anyone's listening,
yes, hire.
I would like to, but I suppose people don't know really about it, so unless they see it. But I don't know.
Yeah, when you have people that have like really like wild minds, like they just think outside the box. Like, I want this at my wedding, I want this at this and stuff like that. That's when I guess
there's so many things that you could do, like music videos, as you said.
Yeah, because when you said KTB, I was thinking, music videos. I was thinking,
and like, obviously live performances as well, like backup live stuff. Like there's so many.
Yeah, I'd love to do it all.
So how's the tour going?
Really well. It's almost coming to an end now.
Oh, okay.
The end of September. But it's been amazing, and it's just been nice to actually be able to do stuff.
Because of COVID, isn't it? Yeah.
I count myself very lucky to have been able to have consistent work and go around and see different places. I mean, it's been like all UK based, obviously, but it's still been amazing to do stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you know, when I was watching your videos, I was thinking, how, like when you fall down and stuff,
I was going to say
and
that.
your hands as well, like when you scrape your hands. Yeah. You see me, I can't do it because I'm too squirmish. As soon as I get a little, I'm exaggerating, I'm dramatic, all of this stuff. So like, how do you just get up and continue, even though you just hurt yourself or something?
Real tolerance, isn't it?
I don't have it in me. I need to know.
I'm used to it. I don't know. Like, I think gymnastics also taught me how to fall
and get up again.
Yeah, but a lot of people ask about like how I don't roll over my fingers, but it's actually very like it's not often you will ever roll over your fingers. Sometimes if I'm learning a new trick and I forget, like I'm focusing on the technique and I forget, but even then if I do, it doesn't hurt because it like goes quite fast. But
have you had any like, not serious, but
semi-serious
injuries?
not really.
We are so fascinated. We don't know ask me questions.
I know.
I wouldn't know. Not anything serious.
I actually watched a lesbian film that was about the circus.
Really? What was it called?
Trippin' Velvet, I think. Trippin' Velvet. You should go check it out.
Nana watches a lot of films. She watches a lot of films, and they're always lesbian films.
100%. All the time. Always looking for lesbian films. You should check it out. Like, two people fall in love from being in the circus.
Do people always fall in love in the circus?
Have you fell in love at the circus?
I think it gets messy. No, I haven't. But it does get messy, I think.
Yeah, because you're together for like,
But if it's in a traditional
also
time.
like some of the work can be quite intimate. Yes. Like even though you're playing characters, like you are up close and personal. So I think it is like fairly easy to sort of
That is true. I didn't think about duos.
Yeah,
I just think about solo. I'm thinking about people like doing tumbles. That's what I'm thinking of because of your Instagram.
I'm so done. So the people might want to know: are you single?
I'm not. No.
Oh damn! Sorry. Yes. We try. We try for you. We try. It's great for you. To ask. It's great for you, but we try because we have to ask. Community is a bit.
We love love though. On this podcast, we do
love because we're. I don't know if you know, but we're both in relationships. So we love, but we just wanted to find out just in case. I'm sure the people would want to know.
They might do.
Yeah.
Okay, so another thing we'll talk about today is like femininity within being masculine presenting. Because like some of these, I guess it's on a spectrum with your masculine presenting. Some people are really, really masculine, and some people are, I guess, a bit like us. Like we're still quite feminine and stuff like that. So we just want to speak about how you express that femininity within yourself, within the way you dress, and everything like that.
I think for me, on appearance, I seem more masculine, but actually when you meet me, I think that's when you see my femininity. Obviously my voice is quite high pitched, but even just like characteristics, I think people are shocked that I'm quite feminine in the way that I act. And like a lot of my friends like always joke around that like people think that I am this thing, but actually if they get to know me, like I am quite a diva. Yeah, like I am quite feminine in my characteristics. But yeah, like you say, it's on a spectrum. So when like I say I am masculine presenting, it's not going to mean the same thing to the next person who says it. But I do think that some people see it as this one thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because you don't refer to yourself as like masculine presenting, do you?
I do. Do you know what I do now? But I feel like I do that as a way to sort of give people a better understanding of who I am. I feel like I find it really hard to identify myself sometimes, and I feel like it's such a task. So I just try to see what categories I fit best into say, okay, this is what best describes me to the best of my knowledge. But it is so fluid, and like it's so hard to put your finger on it and be like, this is who I am.
I feel like that as well, because I feel like I don't know, because I think we see ourselves in different ways, and people see us differently as well. So like I remember speaking to one of my friends, and she was like, you keep saying you're masculine presenting, but I don't think you're masculine presenting. Exactly. And he says it too. Dapple says it too. He says it about both of us. Do you know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's quite hard, because some people will be like, oh yeah, you are quite masculine presenting, and some people are like, no, I don't really see that. So sometimes I'm just like, like what am I actually? I don't really know. Like, so I feel like it is kind of hard sometimes to identify.
Yeah, do you know what? Yesterday I was thinking about pronouns, and I was saying that, do you know what? I don't think I really care about pronouns.
I don't care about gender.
Because somebody was talking about, I see some people that go back and forth, and that's valid. That's their journey, and that's how they want to, I guess that's how they come to terms with who they are. But I was just thinking, do you know what? A lot of the time it's because of how other people perceive you. Like, I just want to be me. Do you know what I mean? I just want to be me. I just want to exist as me without like all these labels, because all these labels mean different things to different people.
Yeah.
And it's even masculine presenting as well. So I know that sometimes, I don't know if you've dealt with this before, like if someone says, if I'm saying, masculine presenting, and it's like, no, you're not. Sometimes it's like, right, like, how are you going to tell me what I am? I guess it kind of shits on your masculinity a little bit, that you're holding on to.
You also feel like you have to sort of prove your masculine side when it comes out in different ways and different forms. But yeah, I feel like it's fluid, but when you say it, it's so rigid in people's minds of what it actually means.
Yeah. I do feel like masculine presenting is like definitely better than the terms that we had before, which was just
like stud and stuff like that.
STEM, because
I was like, I cannot.
Confused the shit out of me. Like, I was like,
so what are you? I'm like, I'm nothing.
I'm nothing. I didn't like that STEM. Like that STEM word. The STEM one I did. And then stud, I just felt like I just wasn't.
No offense to anyone who's no offense.
Yeah, no offense. No offense at all. Everybody's different. That's why I don't feel like you can label people, because everyone is so different, and like everyone's just unique. I'm not the same as you. I'm not the same as you. Like, it's just, that's why the labels, it doesn't work.
Yeah, labels don't work.
They don't work.
I think we should just allow people just to do. I just want to be a major say star. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I guess it's I don't know. I don't know if people ask you, like, even people even within the LGBT community, when they ask you like, what are you and stuff like that. I feel like, because especially if it's in dating scenarios, they're just trying to get, okay, what am I going to get from this person?
Yeah.
What kind of dynamic is our relationship? What it might be like and stuff like that. I think that's why they ask.
Have you found it like with dating women, like before that, they've expected you to play up to this gender role of masculinity?
What I hated when I was on the dating scene was like meeting someone and them expecting me to be this
hard body person.
Yeah. And then they meet me and they're like, what? And I can literally see it happen. They're like, who is this person?
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I can't play this act that you want me to play. No. But like, they really do want me to bring this like seriously masculine energy, and I'm just like, I'm just trying to be me.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, then you don't like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so many people are just like, after the first day, like,
Is it?
it's not for me. Yeah.
Well, because of the masculinity thing.
Yeah, just like they're expecting.
People play up to gender roles a lot, though.
They do, yeah.
They really do. It's and it's weird because you'd think, oh, this is the gay scene, and we're trying to like deviate from what's considered the norm. But
No, we
people are
do subscribe to a lot of
still
heteronormative.
subscribing to all of
Yeah.
that bullshit, and it's really interesting because I experienced like similar things, like with dating women. They expect me to be this, you know,
extra masculine
person, and I'm not. I'm a little bitch, and that is me. And you're gonna have to.
I'm definitely the bad bee in my relationship. You
are the bad bee in your relationship.
She looks like the bad bee, but I'm the bad bee. Deep down, it's me. How long have you been together with your babes?
Almost 4 years in November.
That'd be nice.
So we're well in there.
That is, you're basically married then.
4 years is quite a
In queer world.
Yeah.
Yeah. In
Yep.
queer world.
In queer world, you guys have been in it for about 100 years now.
Yeah, I would say.
Oh,
that.
so everyone's okay with not being in the ghetto that is the dating world.
No, I don't miss. Do you miss the? Well, no,
I
wouldn't say
don't,
anyway,
you know, I don't. And like, I see my friends dating, and I'm just like, I'm so glad it's not me. It's tiring.
It is so tiring.
It's a lot of energy, drama. Everyone knows everyone.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of spaces like did you go to or do you go to now?
When I was younger, I was around Soho a lot. A lot. More than I...
It's okay.
Yeah.
Because when you first come out, that's all you hear. Like, okay,
Yeah.
Soho's the place to go to meet people.
Yeah.
So we've all been
And
there.
also you're just trying to meet as many like gay people as you can.
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
You can meet all these
Exactly.
girls and
Yeah.
you know, you're gonna impress them and stuff like that.
Yeah, so naive. But it's... and now I don't really go like... Oh my word, I don't really go to gay clubs. Is that a bad thing?
No, it's not a bad thing. I think we kind of stopped going to gay clubs too, didn't we?
Yeah, apart
In
from
the
our
last-
own night, we don't
Yeah.
go to gay club. Why do you think that is?
Because I don't know. I feel like for me, it's just lost its appeal for me. I'm not interested in going to, because I feel like there are queer people everywhere.
And like, also, I feel like more insecure actually when I go to like a queer event. Like we say with the whole like masculine presenting, I think on appearance, I feel like certain people think they're going to get a certain energy from me. And I feel like when I walk into a room, it's like, I don't know, people are ready to beef me or something. It's like, I'm just here for a good time.
There's
But then
also
if I
that-
go somewhere like a straight place, it's like, okay,
Just
I'm
take
not
you
going to
as
get
you
any
are.
issues from no one. You know,
Yeah.
I can have the good time that I'm looking for.
That's interesting.
It's so interesting.
I
but
do love queer spaces though, and like but I mean I don't really go out that much in general. To be fair,
I mean, I like queer spaces because I feel like really safe there, but also because we have spoken about this before, like back in the day when we used to go to queer events, like people would screw us or make, like, I don't know, just make us feel uncomfortable because of the way we looked or the way we presented.
Do you know what you're saying about this being an insecure thing? I feel like we kind of had it then, but also I feel like now because we're a little bit more visible as well, people do judge our type of masculinity, and people do say things like, "Oh, they're not masculine presenting, or they're not this, or that," whatever they want to say, all this stuff, and these people, we're gonna see them in these spaces, and they will just be looking. They actually look like they want to fight you.
Yeah, it's
Just because we
crazy.
sit and we have a platform, and we are just being who we are. So I feel like that insecurity has kind of come back again now that we're visible. But it doesn't mean that I'll be scared to go in those spaces though. It's just that I guess I'm a little bit more wary of who's watching, and when you're focusing on that, you're not focusing on enjoying yourself.
Exactly.
So
But you should come to our events because our events are great.
I will.
I think it's actually good vibes.
will, yeah.
I'm saying that the rest are not like.
Some of them are, let's not lie. Some of them are not good vibes.
But it was actually good vibes, and you know, you have some fun.
I
And do you know
will,
what?
I'm
Actually,
gonna
do you know
have-
what? I actually feel like how a lot of masculine presenting people are like us.
Yeah, the people that we surround ourselves with, and the people that actually come to our events and stuff, they're like us. They're masculine presenting, but they're not afraid to sort of like show their femininity or let the masculinity and femininity both like live and, you know, express that. So I definitely feel like you fit in. You should bring a girlfriend.
Okay, nice.
Definitely feel like you'd fit
I'm
in.
gonna have to come along.
Yeah, please do.
Sounds like my kind
Have
of
you ever
vibe.
thought of a time where you've kind of like kind of fakes the masculinity because you just couldn't be asked or anything like that?
I've definitely faked it.
Or just to even
I
impress
think-
somebody?
I think in certain spaces, like, I feel like I will, fake my masculinity just because I know it will be easier in a way than, raising questions.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I found myself in many of those situations, I think.
Yeah, I
know that.
Yeah, I guess when I was younger, especially like young, I feel like I remember the first time I went to a gay rave and I didn't really have any boys' clothes, but and then I was like trying to find everything that was as close as possible, and oh my god, the outfit was so bad. But I remember, and I just walked in and I just saw all these stuff. I was thinking, okay, me too, let me do it as well. But it wasn't me though. Do you know what I mean? And even after that, going on like dates with some girls, and I knew what they were expecting and stuff, and I would try to like act up to what they're expecting. Even with my ex-girlfriend as well, everyone that she had a crush on was like extra masculine and in the way that their demeanor was, and I wasn't that. So I felt like I'm not even her type and I tried to be her type because of that. But never do that, guys. Just be yourself.
No, never.
Always,
Exactly.
never do that. Always be yourself. So I'm glad I'm in a relationship and I'm being accepted for me only, and that is it. But how about you?
Me, I think I have definitely when I was younger, like around 2011, around that time when I was coming out onto the scene and stuff. Like I just felt like I had to be very masculine. Like there was one day I was wearing a bow tie. There was one time I was wearing
You got a bow tie to the club. You know, which people actually used to though.
You know,
people
like, back in the day, there was a time where the fashion was a bit weird. It was quite, you know, when people was wearing the big glasses and the big rope chains and stuff. Yeah, so I remember I was wearing like some shirt and some bow tie and like I was color coordinated and grey, and it was a calamity. It was a calamity. It was a long time ago, but yeah, I did definitely try and it just wasn't me. Like I just didn't feel comfortable. I remember not feeling comfortable, and even though back then I was still a bit more feminine, it wasn't a natural progression into who I am now. As I've allowed myself to do that, it was, I have to be this way because everyone expects me to be this way. And that's not the right way to,
no, you've got to live for yourself, haven't you?
You got to live for yourself.
You got to live for yourself. But even now, like, how would you guys, apart from your demeanor, like, how do you guys express your femininity? And is it important to you to express it as well?
Good question.
I don't know, because I've always been, it's hard, because I've always been like this. I think the only thing that's really masculine about me is the way I dress. So it's just what it is, because even in the bedroom, I wouldn't say that I'm always a dominant one. Do you know what I mean? So I would say it's just really in the way that I dress, because I've always been like this. And even my sister, obviously she's seen me grow up and all this, and she's just like, you're so everything about you is just so feminine. Like the way you are is just so feminine. It's literally just your clothes.
Yeah,
and
I feel like we're literally the same person.
I do this a lot. Like I'm just, that's one way I show my femininity, by doing this. But yeah, it's just the way I am. So it's like, and that's why I feel like when it comes to masculinity and femininity, it's not just reserved for one gender. Like one is not just reserved for one gender. And I feel like that's what society needs to move towards, because I feel like masculinity and femininity both can be quite like a prison, because if you feel like, you're supposed to subscribe one way, you're going to feel stuck and you're not going to be able to express yourself the way that, you naturally need to or want to. So yeah.
Exactly. And I think similar to what you were saying, when I was younger and feeling more masculine presenting, and then feeling like I then had to play this whole masculine role, and then to now growing up and actually realizing that I can wear masculine clothing but also show my feminine side, and that be okay, and it works. And even if it doesn't work for other people, it's okay, because I feel confident and very comfortable in who I am. But yeah, when you feel like you are putting on this whole act, it's tiring, really. You can't keep it going. You know, you can play an act for so long, but yeah, it's so nice to just really feel like I dress like this, I act like this, and that is just how it is.
Yeah. I feel that.
It's quite mentally draining, isn't it?
It is draining because there's a whole act, there's a performance, like, and you have to keep that going so people can believe that's who you truly are.
Yeah, I feel like even for me as well, I think it's quite important for me to express my femininity as well. Because it exists, do you know what I mean? I don't want to suppress a part of me because it just exists. And but I definitely feel like I do express it mainly in my demeanor and maybe even some of my interests as well. And also even like friendships, I think I'm more drawn to people who do express theirs as well. Even in men as well, in cis hetero men as well.
Yeah, same.
And either they don't necessarily express their femininity in the same ways, but maybe they might have something that is meant to be soft. You know, they say soft is meant to be part of femininity, and and they're a bit more understanding. Like even those kind of things, it's not necessarily
a bit more sensitive.
Things
and
like even that. I'm just drawn to those kind of people. I guess a bit more.
Yeah,
so.
I feel like as well. You guys have probably experienced it. Like I don't really get it now with guys that I'm friends with, but definitely like when I was in college, a lot of the guys then deem me part of like the mandem.
I'm not the mandem, please. I'm not part of the mandem, please.
It's a lot, and like you just find yourself like in these conversations, and you're like, I am a female. Like, I'm a woman as well. Like, do you know what you're talking about? So yeah, I feel like a lot of
like what kind of things do they say? What's the wildest thing they said? And you just like, huh? You know that you're talking about me right now.
I don't know. It's just the way that they sort of approach the chat around women and girls that they like, and it's like they genuinely like them, but it's the context that they talk about it in front of their friends. I'm like, you serious?
I hear that. I'm always on, like, don't ever get twisted just because I buy clothes from the men's section. I'm always on women's sides.
Yeah,
all the time.
Always.
Like, listen, you got your male privilege over there. I'm always gonna be on women's side.
Do you deal with being misgendered as well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
I think that you would.
It triggered me when I was younger.
I think it triggered us all.
I like was on a real defense if somebody got it wrong. But I think that is also because I was finding myself still and trying to understand everything. But now I choose my battles. So if someone is like, I mean, sometimes it is just a genuine mistake, and that is totally okay. But it's when people sort of put their opinions in it and stuff, and I'm like, but even then, I'm just like, I'm so comfortable with who I am now. I really don't care. Like,
the world is so like people look at things with such a gendered scope, like with gendered lens, because it's just like literally if they see you wearing boys' clothes, they just look at the clothes. They don't even really look at you. But then also like, what is like a man or a woman supposed to look like as well? There's also that. And I feel like just because we have these ideas about how men and women are supposed to look, that's why even misgendering happens. Like, you know,
do you know what? Even in our defense, sometimes I remember before I say things like, "Oh, can't they see my boobs?" and stuff like that. But you know, what is that? What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. No. So I remember like even stuff like that, I had to like kind of re-educate myself and check myself. No, if someone misgenders you, you just have to correct them if you want to correct them. And I don't think you should say things about your body to correct them, because that's irrelevant. That's not what gender's all about.
Yeah.
And even the other day, like someone said it the other day, and I was like, do you know what? Anybody can have a chest.
Anyone can have boobs.
Yes, I was like, you know, I get you're offended, but anyone can have a chest. So because you could be offending somebody by saying that as well.
Yeah.
And they were like, do you know what?
It's true.
Thanks for correcting me. Do you know what I mean?
Very, very. But that's what I'm saying. Like, gender just needs to go out the window. Like, it's just not important.
Yeah. It's not important. It's not important. So we're gonna talk about fashions.
Oh, the fashions.
The fashions. So when did you know you were a fashionista? You're a fashionista, child.
You are.
What about this? See, I get really stressed when people are like, "Oh my word, you're so fashionable." I really do just like wear what I feel comfortable in, whatever that is. Like,
this is what fashionists say. It's just natural.
It's just natural. No, I don't know. Like, I've always been like, I've always worn very boyish clothes. I think there was a very short phase where I tried to wear like female clothing, but also I got away with wearing boyish clothes because I was an athlete. So most of the time I was in tracksuits, and it was like, oh, Jade's an athlete, so of course she's going to be in that attire. But yeah, I don't really know when I sort of actually picked up and really.
Because the Instagram is really giving.
Oh yeah, it's really. If you go on the page and you don't watch the highlights. Yeah, you would think that you're some influencer.
Yeah, you think you were like a fashion influencer.
Yeah,
wow.
I feel like you are that on the side. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. With my little like 2,000 followers.
No, it actually doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter. You can
No,
still
it
get
doesn't.
ads and stuff with that many followers.
I think so too. Yeah, I think. Are you interested in like going that route, or I mean, you know, I know you're a circus artist, but are you interested in like?
Definitely. I suppose I'm allowed to say it, but I recently got onto an agency. I mean, I'm still like onboarding, but and that is through they are intrigued by the circus and the connection with my fashion and like who I am, and the niche of the circus, but also the way that I look. I think, I don't want to sound cocky, but I don't think there is anyone who looks the way I do that can do what I do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely would like to do more of that if the opportunities present.
I'm glad you said that. I mean, not to sound cocky or anything, because that's exactly what I was thinking. There isn't anybody that looks like you that's doing what you do.
Yeah.
So
and I would love there to be, you know. But yeah.
Yeah.
One day.
The Instagram thing is good though.
It's popping.
It's the money.
You know, I like clothes, so you know, I love the Instagram.
Do you edit your pictures? Like people, do you know, we don't normally talk about this. Like people always want to know these things. I feel like lots of people want to do the influencing thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what we keep calling it? The influencing thing. Is it influencing?
What is it then?
Okay, let's just say it's influencing. Do the influencing thing, and I mean, a lot of people, especially masculine presenting people, I don't really see many people that dress in men's clothing getting a lot of the hashtag ads and the partnerships.
True.
I don't see it that frequently as I do for maybe cisgendered men and cisgendered women that dress more feminine. So I think that it would be good to see some from you as well.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people want to do it, but they just feel like the bag isn't there for them, so they don't want to do it.
But I do feel like maybe the bag isn't there as much as it is for cisgendered like men.
Yeah, I definitely think it is harder. And I followed do you know Roxanne on?
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's been on here as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I followed her for a while, and like I think, in terms of seeing something and being like, actually I relate to that, even though like, I mean, she's a creative, but like we are in completely different worlds. But I see sort of myself in her a little bit, and like, I inspired to sort of take that kind of route, I think.
Yeah,
she's doing it.
She's had a really good year,
popping.
She's
She's
adverts,
I love
and
it.
Instagram stuff.
I love it. Like she's doing so well. I saw her like in a car advert.
Was it a Mercedes advert? I'm sure it was a Mercedes advert, and it was the hair dyeing one.
Yeah,
she's doing. And I saw her in a show as well. Feel Good. It's another gay show.
I watched that.
Yeah, she was in
What's
that
this
in the
one?
club scene.
What's that?
It's like a.
She don't watch TV. It knows me.
I'm getting there. Getting there.
So how did you like get through lockdown not watching?
My girlfriend talks a lot.
Oh,
Twiggy, I'm gonna need you to stop. Listen, Twiggy, I'm gonna need you to stop.
She likes to talk about feelings and like horoscopes and the chart, and she likes to talk about goals, and
that's nice.
That's what we did all
That's
lockdown.
great. But not every day.
I picked up cooking in lockdown. Maybe that's why I picked up cooking.
You did pick up cooking.
Because, you know, not that I was trying to get away from you, babe.
No, it sounds like you have to go to the kitchen.
I had to. We watched Married at First Sight, Australia.
Did you finish it?
And Made in Chelsea. We haven't finished it. No,
okay.
We've been watching it for months. We haven't finished it. And whenever I start to watch something by myself, she wants me to wait for her to watch it. So I started watching Clickbait?
Yeah.
The other day on
Yes.
Netflix.
Yeah.
I have
I'm
one
barely getting through.
left.
I'm on episode 1.
I'm on the wife episode. I can't remember what episode that is, but yeah, does it get good? Because I feel
I'm really into it.
I've
literally binged it, like 2 days. And
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Not. I'm probably gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Why not? I'm doing it tonight.
Okay, yeah.
I'm doing it tonight.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Because I started, and then she was like, "Please, can you do it for me?"
You're never gonna watch that.
I've been waiting to watch a program. The program launched last year, November. It was like one-off episode.
What is it?
We haven't watched it. Did you know about Damilola Taylor?
Oh,
because Yinka presented it, so I wanted to watch it. And all till this day, because she always says it sounds really depressing. And
so why can't
which is fair enough.
You just watch it,
but she just want me to watch it by myself. I'm gonna just lie. I'm gonna have to just lie. And even It's a Sin, I still haven't watched It's a Sin as well.
I've watched it.
I haven't.
I've got a whole list for you, sis.
You know, bring the list. Bring the list.
Whole list.
She's not gonna watch.
She's not.
I'm gonna watch it, guys. Have some faith in me.
There's like 2 years worth of shows.
I'm gonna watch it, and I've got time.
2 years worth of shows.
Okay, so if anyone wants to come and see you,
where can we see
or anything like that, like where would you tell them to?
I'm even asking for myself.
Even me too. I want to come too. Yeah.
Wow. I don't know. You just have to keep up with my socials and see.
Mm-hmm.
But the next performance I have with my Sear Will is in October with Cocoa Butter Club, but that's in Brighton.
Oh, okay.
So if there's any Brighton people,
I would do that. Yeah, because I used to work on that train.
But like if we're gonna trek just for like, I mean,
I would
make it a whole.
Yeah. Should we do it? I'm gonna do a little group trip.
Yeah, that would be so fun.
It's 2 days before my birthday as well.
Oh,
I think
nice.
It's October the 22nd. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I have a little birthday celebration.
Do you know what? We're coming down because Brighton is not far.
It's not at all.
I used to work on that train and it's not far. I used to go like 3 times in one day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm down. I need all this stuff to go to, like, because it's not everyday club. We're trying to do other things apart from go to clubs, and you know, it would be good to go and like support like other queer people as well and what they're doing,
like
and
artists.
it's not every day to the club. Yeah.
So true.
Yeah, it's not really to the club, isn't it? So that's the next one.
For me,
The next one. Okay, cool. So everyone, make sure you're there. Where can they find tickets? Are you gonna post on your socials?
I probably will. Yeah, I don't think they've put out the information about the event yet.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, cool.
And we will post it as well.
Yeah, we'll post it as well.
We're coming.
Yeah,
so
we're gonna come. We'll post it.
Yeah.
And you guys, if you're planning on doing a road trip there, you can't stay with us. I'm sorry.
You are rude, but yeah, 100%. Honestly,
I'm so sorry, but yeah, thank you so much for coming and joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's been amazing.
Thank you.
Great.
Everyone else, thanks for listening. Which camera is it?
You looking at the camera? I don't know because the camera's.
Okay, thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you leave a comment, subscribe, and leave a thumbs up. If you are listening on Spotify, make sure you follow us. And if it's on Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, make sure you rate and review us. And guys, I'm not seeing the hashtag enough.
Yeah,
make sure to
we've
use the
spoken about
hashtag.
this.
We spoke about this at a live show. We spoke about this at a live show, and all of you promised us. I've seen like 2 people use the hashtag. Please make sure you use the hashtag 2T's Podcast and Conversation on Twitter. And until next week.